First news we got to go over, and I hate to talk about this man again, guys, but we got to do it. We got people going all over social media right now. And listen, it's not the content creators. It's not the pundits. It's not the media members. It's not whatever the term you want to use. It's the fans. And I'm seeing them all over, especially Facebook and Twitter right now, talking about, if we had Saquon Barkley, we'd be a playoff team. We should never let Saquon Barkley walk. We'd be a playoff team right now. We'd be winning so many more games.
It's not the problem.
And a lot of this is because of the fact that, let's be honest, Saquon's in the news because of that backwards hurdle he did, which kudos to him. That was a freaking awesome play.
That was an amazing play.
That was awesome. But let me ask this question to those people saying that. If that were the case, how much worse is our record right now than it usually is? We're on pace for what we're usually doing, guys. How many times do we make the playoffs with Saquon Barkley? He is not the answer for us. I'm sorry. I get it. There's people that liked him a lot, rooted for the guy for, enough years that they feel like they invested in him and they're kind of hurt by how everything went down. And as much as you hear the Snaquan crowd, the people that blame Saquon for leaving, there's also a good amount of segment, and I'll point blank say it, I'm in that segment myself, that I think it's not on Saquon. It's on the Giants for the way they let him leave. They try to set him up on to be the villain on Hard Knocks and everything, but never gave him an offer. Joe Shane publicly said he's old and washed up basically on Hard Knocks. He didn't say that exactly, but I'm probably paraphrasing what he said about, running backs, but all the carries.
Yeah. Do you want to pay, that much money for a 30-year-old running back? Yeah, it says pretty much.
That being said, that still doesn't make him the key to winning. That still doesn't make him the key to going to the playoff. And you can sit there and say, oh, yeah, the Eagles are doing good. The Eagles are on the way to the playoffs. So the Eagles have made the playoffs the last couple of years, guys.
In the past 10 years, they've made the playoff more times than not.
Yeah.
So say that Barkley's the reason why they're going to go to the playoffs. They won 11 games last year. They won 13 the year before.
And they're what, 10-1 to start? They're what, 10-1 to start, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
right now they're 6-2, guys. You can make the statement they're worse than last year.
Yeah. So you're gonna sit there and tell me Barkley's the answer? It's what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Brain malfunction.
That's why I'm saying it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, they're actually right now, they are ranked worse for points than they've been in the last 3 years. They were in 22, third most points, 23, seventh most points. This year, 10th most points in the league. He's not people are, and I think it's reminiscing, and we're kind of remembering the good and forgetting the bad. He still stinks at pass protection. He still drops passes. He still gets injured. I know he hasn't yet with the Eagles. Give it time.
He's not going to get injured this year, but he will be injured the next few years. I hate to say it like that.
Like the exit you see a year later that you go, this is the exit a year later. You get those rose-colored glasses and everything was great back then. Why did I ever let this person go?
Exactly.
Guys, we had him for how many years and didn't make the playoffs? He's not the answer. He's not the reason the Eagles are even going into the playoffs if they do. The reason he's going to do that is because they've gone the last 3 years overall. They've gone the last 6 of the 7 years leading into this, guys. This is not like he went to a poverty-stricken franchise and turned them around. He was an added piece to a team that's already, again, in the playoffs 6 of the last 7 seasons, including going to 2 of the last 7 Super Bowls. And we don't like to ever give kudos to the Eagles. But let's be honest, guys, and say it. They're going through a really good run right now. And we as Giants fans would give our left testicle to be in that kind of run. Let's just call it what it is. The right one I'm not giving up. The left one, though. The left one.
Yeah, definitely the right one. Because I had
to think about it.
Which one hangs lower that has a little weight tonight?
people got to remember this. Like they're acting like he went to a team that was doing horrible and all of a sudden helped them turn it around. Now, granted, they looked really bad the last, half of last year. But again, they've got a proven record 6 of the last 7 years. This is not a team of poop, to put it nicely. So we don't get yelled at by YouTube. It's not a team like that. It's not like he went to the Browns and made them a playoff team. It's not like he went to the Jaguars and made them a playoff team. The Panthers. Like, people are acting like that. He went to an already good offense and added to it. And again, this is an offense, guys, that literally is scoring less points right now than they have in the last couple of years. You could make the case that Saquon on the Eagles is worse than Swift on the Eagles. You can make the case that it's worse than Sanders on the Eagles. Granted, there's other variables to this. I'm just saying the running back is not what has made this team good right now. This team was good before he got there. He's playing behind the best line he's ever played with, He's 100%. Playing alongside the best weapons he's ever played alongside. Saquon is not excelling in Philadelphia, guys, because it's Saquon. It's not like you put him on the Eagles and he does the same damn thing. If that's the case, he would be doing the same damn thing last year. He didn't, because he's not as good as you people seem to think he is right now. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, and he's a top 5 running back in this league still. I'm not trying to take the man down and try to say otherwise. But he's not the second coming of Barry Sanders, as much as we hoped he would be when he first got drafted, because he was an amazing player that rookie year. And if he had stayed healthy and been that player for a few years, you could have made that call. He's not Emmitt Smith.
No.
He's not Walter Payton. He's not Eric Dickerson. He's not one of those type of running backs. What he is he's a very good running back in a league that doesn't have a lot of good running backs.
Especially the past couple of years.
Yes. So guys, remember that when you're seeing people talk like this. Joe Shane made the biggest mistake letting this guy leave the building. This team is poop now. This team has been nothing. We have been bad consistently, guys. For how long now?
About a decade. We're talking about the decade mark.
Yeah, like that. People are acting like
we're talking about the past 6 years.
We lost Saquon. This team went to poop. No, we've been bad.
I think since Daniel Jones has became a starter for the Giants.
Yep.
I saw a stat somewhere like there's only one time at this point in his career where he's got more than 2 wins.
Now, we drafted him, was it 2018, I want to say?
Yes.
Okay. So 2018
or 17.
I want to say it was 18 that he was drafted, and that was his rookie year. Let's take a look real quick. I'll take a look real quick.
Yeah, let's take a
anyway,
look. Yeah.
What I'm getting real quick
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
Saquon Barkley.
24. Yeah, you're right. 18.
I usually am. Yep, it's 18. In his entire time with us, the Giants didn't win a single divisional title, guys. Let alone an NFC title, the Super Bowl. We didn't win a single one. You're talking 6 years, guys. We had 1 second place finish. And that was the first year with Judge, when the division was pure crap and the Commanders won. I think they were the Washington football team back then, but whatever the hell they want to call it back then. And they were, I think, didn't they, like, the Eagles put in Jalen Hurts the first time ever, and the Commanders won because of that, people think, and therefore they got the title. It's one of those kind of scenarios. We were close because the division was that horrible. But that's the only time, guys. So you're talking, here's our rankings just in the division alone, guys, in the time that Saquon was here. 4th of 4, 3rd of 4, 2nd of 4, 4th of 4, 3rd of 4, 3rd of 4. Like, I'm just
wondering
why people think that We're bad now because we lost Saquon. We've been bad.
I mean, granted, go play a little devil's advocate here. Probably 4 of those years, the two top teams had double-digit wins. So it wasn't like we're in a division where the division winner had 10 wins. Second place had 7 wins.
I get it. I'm just saying, like,
but it does also at the same point, like, I'm just saying, like, there's good talent in this division per se. But when you also finish with 6 wins, you're not going to make the playoffs.
No.
So let me also say that there as well. But I'm saying, like, when you look at last year, you had 12 wins and 12 and 12, 13 and 12. It was Eagles and the Cowboys. The year before that, it was 12 and 5 and 13 and 4. The year before that, your boys win again, 12 and 5. Eagles probably had 10 wins.
Yeah, I mean, he literally is on pace for his highest yards per carry average and probably his most yards as well at this point. We'll see if he stays healthy to get it.
Yeah.
Like, I just think Giant fans need to get out of this mentality of this. And like I said, I hate they're even talking about Saquon again, guys. I apologize to those who are like, God damn it, I'm done with Saquon. I want to be done with this.
All right, bye-bye.
I can't tell you how many damn comments I'm seeing all over Facebook by fans going, we should have kept Saquon. Should have kept Saquon. Listen, if you want to say that we should have kept Saquon, you are very much entitled to your opinion. I am not anti people that have different opinions than me at that point. I still think we made the right move. I think we said this leading into this that he's going to crush it year one, and that's not going to determine this contract or bad. It's going to be later on down the line what he does. But that being said, you can have a different opinion without talking out your butt. Having Saquon on this roster would not have made us a much better team because Saquon wouldn't do what he's doing in Philadelphia here in New York. Point blank, would not. And I can say that because he never did. He's got that better supporting cast. He's got that better blocking scheme. He's got the better offensive line. He's got all the things going for him. And listen, guys, I'm not going to say Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than DJ. That we probably is. I'm just not a big Hurts fan, so I don't want to give him anything positive. You know, he's
when
not
you
a
say
quarterback, but he's probably better than DJ.
But not to be too disrespectful, that's not saying too much.
No, it's not.
Like when you talk about top 10 quarterbacks,
yeah,
Hurts is in the conversation. DJ is not.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like that's what he's got, and people need to recognize that's what's caused this. It's not because Saquon would have been the same with the Giants, and the Giants just gave up on him too soon. Because we had him for long enough, guys. We had him for 6 years. He was injury prone. He wasn't nearly as good as he is now. You can say he had really 2 great years with us, 22 in his rookie season. 2 of those 6 years. And guess what, guys? We still didn't win crap with those 2 years. And I'll still say it. Bill Belichick was wrong because I've heard a lot of people talk about his comments with this, but he said how they signed some offensive linemen. No, we didn't. What we did was we used the money for Barkley and McKinley. McKinney, Xavier McKinney. And we went ahead and got Brian Burns. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Because if you put those 2 salaries together, that's what it is Brian Burns' salary. So we could have still got the linemen and kept McKinney and Barkley. We wanted Brian Burns. And in the end, if you take your heart out of it and you look at your brain, and on this show I've said multiple times, Brian Burns is not a $30 million pass rusher. And I'm still not sold in that he hasn't been playing decent this year, where he's been playing like 25 maybe. but that's still the right call to get the edge rusher. So, like I said, I want this to be the last segment that we do on Barkley. I really do. And Deb's right. It's time to move on. Barkley's gone, period. Exactly.
Thank you. 100%.
And it's weird we're saying that while we're talking about him. I get it. I get the irony of the topic. I really do. But it's like I'm just so I'm so befuddled, bewildered by all the Giant fans that I'm seeing talking as if we gave up somebody who would have done this for us.
Well, Drew, I'm going to burst your bubble real fast because
burst the bubble.
How many times
bubble burster?
This will not be the last time we talk about Barkley.
Yeah, we'll talk about it again next time we play.
100%. That's where I'm going to go. And who knows? Maybe he has a
like I'm fibbing.
So at least one more time. He also has another. He has one more great game.
Because we lose all our games.
Yeah, my time. But we'll also probably be talking about him if he has a great game when he goes to play Dallas and just blows it up.
Not too much. Not too much.
Saying if he goes, 2 touchdowns, 200 yards, we're like,
we still
all the fans are gonna be crazy.
We want them all to lose. So
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.